Good Saturday morning, Vietnam, or Looney Tunes fans. It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic. It's Saturday morning. Hopefully you got your bowl of something there. Rod Scribner, you see what I did there subtly? Rod Scribner, my favorite animator, does some pretty subversive work, at least for him anyway, by his standards. An animator who does not get credit in this is Bob Wickersham. I don't reckon that I've seen Bob Wickersham's name in anything. So maybe it was just a transitional thing. He was going to other studios. I love that guy carries a tremendous, or was carrying a tremendous bottle of booze there. Now look at this. Look at that shot of that scene of the kangaroo and all these close-up shots of him. By this time, it was, McKimson was a master at, any kind of angle with a character, especially in headshots and close-ups, of being able to do it from any angle. And I also am a fan, I have to be honest, of this, bigger jaw, nose, smaller eyes, thing that he went through. He did it with Daffy too. Particularly remember it in Prize Pest, where he, and Muscle Tussle, where he had this, big fat beak, and these small little eyes. I was a fan of it. I honestly was, but he wasn't. He didn't stick with the stuff for very long. It wasn't too much longer before he started kind of stealing from. This is obviously Scribner, I think. No, maybe that's Emery Holland. I don't know who that is. That's not Scribner though. What was I saying? Does it matter anymore? I mentioned Emery Hawkins though. This is the last Sylvester cartoon that he ever animated on. Interesting to note. I think, at least. I and Looney Wiki certainly agree. Yeah, this is Ted Pierce who wrote this, and the gags are. This is Scribner. There you go. There's some Scribner for you. This was, Scribner and McKimson clashed, which is weird when because McKimson was a director at this point, and it's odd that they clashed because they sunk up so well together in Bob Clampett's cartoons when they were both animators. Very often, Clampett would have scenes. I love that animation. I'm kicking the thing as the chimp, but Clampett did that a lot, where he would look at that animation. That's Scribner. Where he would, it would either start as McKimson or as Scribner, and then switch mid-scene, mid-shot. And it's just, they didn't seem to gel once McKimson was a director and Scribner was animating for him, because Scribner was, at least by legend standards, somewhat unhinged, and thus that was why his animation is so unhinged. But I don't know if I believe any of that, or if I know any of that to be true. There was some censorship of this cartoon. I remember seeing it on Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show. And anytime that the guy gets hit or kicked, anyone gets hit or kicked in the face, or especially kicked in the face by the kangaroo, they would cut it short. At least that's my memory. I don't know. I could be imagining that. Who knows? This was not a request, this cartoon. I love that shot. The leg. This was not a request. I'm doing this one. This was one that I... You know what? Maybe somebody did request this. I don't know, but I don't recall. I'm a fan of the Sylvester Jr. cartoons, but I don't really like the design, the way it went in the late, early 60s. As much as this. I mean, I don't dislike it, but as much as, this is just... I love it. I love his voice. I assume he's pitched. It's a Mel Blanc pitch performance, but I'm not sure, because that would be interesting to pursue. Oh, the shame of it.
Now cut that out. Let's just forget about the whole thing, shall we?
But yeah, there's also something in here about airings of it on Boomerang use different ending themes for Merry Melodies versus Looney Tunes, because this is a Looney Tune and blah, 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 blah. Who gives a crap about the goddamn title cards being goddamn wrong with the goddamn blue ribbon and the goddamn this and the goddamn that? Dude, you're getting a nice restored print of things, and you could just stop getting upset about it. I think this is Scribner. This kind of stuff makes me happy. This kind of movement, this kind of design, this kind of comedy, this kind of performance. Keep in mind, all this great animation, it has to go to a pre-existing performance by Mel Blanc, which is why it too has to be of top-notch quality. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week.